Hey everybody, it's Jang here with a look at a LEGO Ultra Agent set. This is Invizable Gold Getaway. Comes with 237 pieces. The Agent's stealth bike is the star of the show in this set. Another big bike from the Ultra Agents series with those same sorts of elements along the sides of the wheels to kind of represent energy flowing through it. They've got their same color scheme going on here, and there is a transformation action that you can activate for this thing. I want you to check out some of its different angles first and just see really how it's put together. You do get a couple of stud shooters that are attached to this thing. You can also remove those and use them independently with your figure. The figure is Agent Steve Zeal. Interestingly, even though this is a kind of sleek looking bike, the figure is going to sit in there very straight up and down. He just sits fairly far down in there, so it's still able to get him pretty low. Let's go ahead and get to the transformation feature because this is kind of cool. These are going to open up to the sides. It becomes kind of a repulsor lift hover bike sort of thing. These are going to open up this way and rotate out. Yeah, a little bit of shades of the Matrix there, I would say. Yeah, that is what we're looking at. So this thing would be able to fly now through the air. It kind of becomes an air speeder sort of thing, just using repulsors on all four corners to stabilize it. These, I thought they could go a little bit farther than that, but that's just the limit right there to how far they'll go. None of this in here shoots or anything. It's just it's really just for looks. You can adjust the angles of these. You can make them go all the way out this way if you want, you know, for kind of an opposite thing. You could bring them out farther to make them look like they're a little bit more stabilizing horizontally. This can be angled, the kind of wing or spoiler in the back. It's a pretty slick little transformation that it goes through, and it's pretty easy to pull off. You know, you don't have to get these things lined up just perfectly. Everything is pretty well kind of guiding you to success. I like that. The bad guy in this set is Invizable, and this thing here is unceremoniously named the Invisible Flyer. It's supposed to be just a small little speeder that's not supposed to get too far off the ground. You know, it's not really an aircraft per se, so it's supposed to stay fairly close to the ground with its little winglets out like that. So that's its normal flying mode. They've got a nice thing going on with the engine back here, actually. I kind of appreciate that. I like the look, actually looking in there, you know, rather than just leaving that open. That was good. This is supposed to transform into what they call an aqua jet. All it does is it puts the wings down, and you're supposed to look at the sticker and see that that's a hydrofoil. So that's supposed to be sticking down. It's supposed to be a three-dimensional thing, and this is now going to go on the water, kind of like a water scooter. The guy actually stands on the back of it. He doesn't sit, you know, there's just two spots for his legs to go in there. So you can just imagine him going through the water like he's on a, you know, like a regular water scooter, ski-doo, jet ski kind of thing. Now as he's zipping along, he's going to be pulling something during part of the chase, and this is reminiscent of the last rendition of Space Police, where you had a bad guy who was just pulling something along by a chain. This is supposed to be a bank vault that he has stolen. He's taken the whole thing, just a small little vault or a small safe with some high-tech transparent materials that are supposed to be really, really tough. So he's just robbed this. You have to be a little bit careful to get this thing open. You can't fully pull on the handle right here. You can start to get it open, then you want to grab the dish itself to open this up the rest of the way. You can see some gold bars in there. That's the good stuff that he's getting at, and is going to be using that to fund some criminal and or evil enterprises. And the whole point in this set is you're supposed to try to capture this thing from the guy, you know, save the money and catch the bad guy. There's a closer look at the figures. Once again, on the left is Agent Steve Zeal, and on the right is Invizable with a Z. And you can see that he does have a clear head, regular size, regular shape minifig head, clear, just has a print of kind of sunglasses on. Let's look at the prints from the back. As far as alternate face, you do get one for Agent Zeal, but I don't think you're going to get an alternate face for Invisible, given that it is just a clear piece. So I guess if you want to turn that head around, you can kind of make him look a little bit more invisible, kind of hide his shades a little bit, but that's all you got going on for these two figures. Last thing in the set is this app brick gadget, which is going to work with the Ultra Agents app that you can download for iOS or Android. These are app bricks on the edges here with the studs on the side. They're made of a different type of plastic that just interacts successfully, supposedly, with the multi-touch interface of the screen of a touch-sensitive tablet. I don't have a compatible tablet to demonstrate this, otherwise I would, but it's just going to work as an extra control device and allow you to unlock some extra content and just a little bit more interactive and interesting play, actually putting together the real world and the virtual world. Frankly speaking, Invisible's flyer is a little bit forgettable to me, but everything else in the set I think is pretty cool, especially obviously the bike. It looks good. It has a nice, proper transforming feature to it that seems practical. It seems appropriately futuristic. It goes with the theme. It differentiates it from the last cycle. I'm just happy with this thing. I also like both of the figures, but especially Invisible. That's an interesting, different character. I think that it's done pretty well, the Invisible Man kind of thing. So overall, 90% of what's here I like very much, and the rest doesn't detract really. It's just stuff that isn't that interesting to me in particular. Let me know what you think about this set though, and what components in particular you like and what ones you don't like, if there are any you don't like or if there are any that you do. Always good to hear different opinions from different folks. Now I've got a ton more videos to make, so thank you for watching this one, and I'll be talking to you again very soon.